Deal, everybody. My name's Tia Gordon. I'm the playlist manager here at BeatStars, and this is The Deal. This is the show where we talk to all of our BeatStars signees to our publishing sector of the company, and I'm really excited to have Mari, Tang, and Manny Manhattan with me today. Just waiting on them to turn their screens on. There they go. Let's go. There's Manny. There's Mari. Manny, you might gotta unmute the mic for a second, but thanks for joining us, guys. Welcome to the BeatStars family, the BeatStars team. Everybody in the chat, say hello to our very special guests. I'm so excited to have them here today. So
excited to be here.
Yeah, how y'all doing? How's COVID life? Because we're all in different parts of the world right now. We got Canada and Peru on the screen. So how's COVID treating you guys? How are you holding up?
I'm just staying at home. Yeah,
man. Everyone's healthy. We got health, so you can't complain.
Exactly. Health is the most important part, and I guess it's kind of helping you stay home to create a little bit more than you may have in your regular day, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So let's just kick this off with some intros. Where are you guys from, and how you guys got started in music, and when? And please just remember to mute your mics if you're not speaking. Sorry about it.
Okay.
We all right. You could go first.
You want to rock, paper, scissors?
All right.
That's all right. Okay, so what was the question? Sorry.
Who are you? How you got started?
I'm Maria. I'm from Peru, Lima, Peru. I'm 23. How I got started on music, I started like 6 years ago producing EDM, and then recently, but it was on and off, and recently just switched to hip hop, trap, and R&B, and making beats like 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, and also started on social media, and then
yeah, you're all over social media. Your Instagram is like a hit.
Thanks.
So that's pretty dope. What about you, Manny?
Thanks.
Manny Manhattan. I've been making beats for a long time. I really started, taking it seriously 2 years ago. Well, what was the question? Like how long we've been making beats?
When did you start?
When did I start? I'm 27 now. I started when I was maybe 15 years old, maybe 14, 15, when I was in like junior high. So a long time, but I just, I read on Wikipedia, Soulja Boy made Crank That Soulja Boy in FL Studio. I downloaded it that day and just started, trying to figure out how FL Studio worked. And then, I just did it in my bedroom, did nothing with it. And then went to like school, college, university, started working. So throughout that whole time, I really wasn't making beats. And then I lost my job 2 years ago, and I just picked it up again, and here we are now.
How long have you guys both been a part of the BeatStars community? When did you decide to move your work to us?
I did about 1 year ago. Yeah.
Fire. And look where you are now. You're on The Deal. You're a signed producer. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it at all.
What about you, Manny? How long have you been with us?
So I made a BeatStars account probably around 2 years ago, but I never really used it. I started using it in April this year. I just made the account because I was copying what everyone else was doing, and I saw everyone else was on BeatStars, so I made an account. But I was just doing like PayPal and stuff, and then I actually started using it March 2020. so a few months ago.
Wow. Well, we're happy to have you both. So Manny, you're from Alberta, Canada, and Mari, you're from Peru. I just want to talk a little bit about what the music scene looks like out there and what kind of opportunities you do or don't have where you're from, and how working off of BeatStars has helped expand your range in terms of what you're able to create and how you're able to connect. Whoever want to go.
All right. Okay. You could go ahead if you want.
Okay, Manny, you start. Mari, will come to you after.
All right, I'll start. Just question one more time, please.
Tell me about the music scene where you're from and what kind of
Right.
opportunities you do or don't have, and how BeatStars has also helped expand your reach in terms of what you're able to do in your career.
Okay. So Calgary is, I guess, very similar to like Texas, with like the cowboy type thing, and so it's a lot of country music. That's really, that's kind of the big thing here. As far as like hip hop, it's not very big, but it's growing. And so kind of when I started, even in high school, I had few people, like just my friends and stuff. I'll play them beats in the car, but that was about it, But so, and then even like 2 years ago, when I said, all right, let me try to like do this thing, like I see other people making money, let me try to make some money. I reached out to like Calgary rappers that I knew in like real life, and there's not that many, but I was like nobody. I had like 10. Yeah, no, but I still really don't use social media, so I wasn't really like any of that. And so, yeah, without BeatStars, I definitely would not have been able to do this. Most of the people I work with are not in Calgary, Alberta, or Canada. They're all around the world. And so if like I didn't have BeatStars, I would still be, trying to, nothing against, I love the city, I love Calgary, right? But yeah, BeatStars just helped, like, you can, from nowhere, Alberta, you can like work with people all around the world, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, definitely. I know it's interesting when it comes to Calgary. If you look at Alberta as a whole, actually, like the top music streamed out of where you are is always hip hop music. So it's very interesting to see how the culture itself doesn't reflect what the streaming is looking like. Very folk heavy, very country heavy. So it's an interesting conversation when it comes to what your reach is and what you're able to do. What about you, Mari? What's Peru looking like for a music scene?
The music scene is super small. It's almost non-existent. So yeah, for me, since the beginning, it was all relying on social media, because I knew that I needed to focus on aiming the United States. Yeah, so I've never really done anything here. Yeah.
So how has BeatStars influenced your career or shaped it? That access. What kind of things have you been able to accomplish because of BeatStars?
For example, the community, like putting my name out there and people noticing me, because BeatStars helped with promoting a bit of my music at the beginning, and also with my beat sale business as well. Yeah, because I learned about licenses and contracts and all of that. Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
So can you guys tell me about some of your personal hacks to getting the best out of BeatStars, getting noticed, or connecting with us as a team? Mari, you first.
Like how? I don't get the question.
Do you have any advice for like how to tag your beats, maybe the frequency of posting, what you think is the best way to get out there on the platform and get recognized and get your streams?
Yeah, I think posting regularly, but like if you can't post every day, it doesn't matter. But I think it's better to find like a schedule where you that you follow like strictly, and so get people used to your uploads. And then also, I think trying to get featured in playlists. Yeah.
Playlisting will be a huge thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Once I get started rolling over here, I'm really excited to be playlisting you guys. What about you? Do you have any like hacks or tips and tricks for people to get booming on the platform?
I don't really think they're hacks or whatever, but I would say one big thing is just release as much music as possible. Like, music sitting on your hard drive is worthless. You might think you have the greatest thing like sitting, but just put it out. It's and then the world will tell you if it's good or bad or whatever. Just put out as much music as possible. Consistency, like consistently, if daily, weekly, however you want to do it. And then another big thing for me is really almost just about everything I do, I get from someone else. Like, so I just watch, all the other people who are selling beats and are quote unquote successful at doing this, right? And I just see what works for them and just try to with tags and stuff. I look at what are they tagging, like what are how are they I noticed people start putting like the type beats thing in the title, so I started doing it. But yeah, just like watching other people who are doing it well and imitating or copying them is kind of what what I try to do.
So now both of you are BeatStars clients under publishing. And again, for those of you who are just joining us or don't know, this show is to highlight our publishing clients that have recently signed with us. And these Mari, Tang, and Manny Manhattan are on our roster. I want to know what made you guys want to look into getting a publishing deal, and what do you think this is going to mean for your career going forward? Manny.
So I guess, yeah, I was always I guess maybe it's because I'm older. I'm like, even when I started, I tried to learn everything I could about like the business side as well as the creative side. And then I was always trying to figure out, all right, so, okay, we got these like little songs with, maybe 100 streams or whatever. How am I going to collect this publishing? And I was like, all right, I also take everything like, all right, I'll do it myself. Like I'm, like that. But I figured out it was almost impossible, right? To contact Spotify, Apple Music, and, yourself and collect royalties or whatever, around the world. It's almost impossible to do it yourself. And then, yeah, it's just I wasn't really looking for a publishing deal. I kind of just, took it as if the opportunity presents itself, I'll look at it and jump on it. And it kind of just did with the BeatStars Sony ATV thing. And yeah, it's a great opportunity. So it presented itself, and so I just jumped on it. Yeah, I hope that answered the question. Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. What about you, Mari?
I think for me that would be like the next big step, because I don't know, I'm really looking for placements and stuff like that, because I've always only like sold my beats to just like artists, but never really got any placement. So yeah, I feel like this would be like the next step in my career. Yeah.
Amazing. And also for those in the chat, if you're not familiar with what publishing looks like or what it can do to help your career, definitely head over to our new Instagram, BeatStars Publishing. Make sure to follow that. We're going to be dropping a lot of tips, tricks, gems, updates on our clients, info on how you can get connected with us for BeatStars Publishing. Definitely something to check into, because publishing is while it's collecting, your back end and dealing with like your admin, it's also opening you up to opportunities for placements with artists, sync in television, film, video games, those kinds of things. So it's definitely going to open the door in your career a little bit more, hopefully. Moving on with this interview, what do you guys look for in an artist when you're trying to build with them, and what does that step look like?
I'll go first. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. What do you look for in artists? I think one is, obviously someone with talent. You know, what does that mean? I don't know, but someone you like what they do. But I think more important than that, I think is really someone who is like, hardworking. I think is a big thing because I've met a lot of artists. I've talked to a lot of artists who kind of have this idea in their head that success is just going to fall out of the sky, you know. So I think that's a big thing. Someone who's like, willing to like put in like the work and the effort, because this shit is hard, to do, right? So that's one. And then just generally, I think anyone in any line of work wants to work with someone they have like some kind of rapport with, right? So just good people, right? You could be the best singer in the world, but if you're a shitty person to be around and deal with, yeah, I wouldn't want to work with you, So yeah, those are the big things for me. Like, yeah, talent is important, but it's not the be all end all because, you never know what someone could like. They might not sing good today, but you never know they could be in 2 years or even a year from now or a month from now if they work at it every day. So I think hard work and just being a good person is like, those are the things that I look for. But yeah.
100%. And I think you guys will probably hear me say this 1,000,001 times, but this business is a people business. And if you don't know how to treat other people or don't treat people the way you want to be treated, you'll see the outcome of that within your career. Just try and be above board and just do the work, What about you, Mari? What kind of things are you looking for when you're looking to connect with an artist or even another producer?
First, the talent, he has to be good. There are some people that have more like musical intuition or than others, and yeah, it's just something that you feel from the first moment you hear their music. I don't know. For me, it's a feeling thing, and also it's really important that they're committed, their work ethic, that they are serious about their music and their career, and yeah, pretty much that.
Yeah, y'all hear that? Work ethic. That's what they're looking for, okay? What about your approach to making music? Is it the same? Do you just run off a feeling, or do you go in with a plan for the day saying, I'm making this trap beat and that's what it's going to be? Either one of you, Manny, you can go first.
It's different. Sometimes you hear something and you're like, I want to make something like that. Sometimes, I've just formed a habit of like constantly working on music, constantly working on ideas. So yeah, it's different. My approach is, yeah, I just throw a bunch of stuff at a wall and, I trust myself to like kind of know what could work and what doesn't work. That's kind of the overall approach, but every day is different. Yeah. There's no like real process. I don't have a real process. Like if it sounds good, put it out. I work on a lot of ideas, and if it sounds good, put it out. Yeah, that's about it.
Right. Just you're in the vibe of like, okay, I'm with this today. Let's just do it. What about you?
Yeah.
Like, what's my process in making beats?
Yeah. Do you go in with a set plan? Do you have an idea of what you want to make for the day, or do you just go, like you said, off?
No, never. Yeah, I just sit in front of the DAW and I just start making something, and whatever comes out. Yeah. So sometimes I never know if I'm gonna finish the beat right away or if it's gonna take me more longer. yeah, it's never planned because like, it's about the creativity of the moment.
Got it. So something I want to talk to you guys about, and I find it just so interesting. Manny, on Instagram, you don't have that large of a presence in terms of posting, but Mari, you definitely do. You're on there making videos, showing people how you're creating in the day. I want to know why or how those things work for you and why you chose to go that route, because there's no right way to present yourself and present your work, but some things work better for others. So I just want to talk about that and that decision to start posting on Instagram versus not being as active publicly on Instagram. We'll start with Mari, since you've got the most amount of content on Instagram.
Okay. So you mean like I quite didn't get the question.
So when you started posting your videos of your collabs and you creating beats, I've seen you've even gone as far to like open like a miniature contest for collaboration. What made you decide to put yourself out there as much as you have on social media?
Okay,
And what has that done for your career?
It has done everything. Because I used to be the person that would overthink way too much and think that I would spend like maybe weeks doing one song and trying to come up with the perfect song. And I always used to think that, okay, this is the hit that's gonna make me blow up once I put it up, once I post it. And then I would get a lot of deceivement when I post it and nothing happens. So it really everything changed when I decided well, I joined Instagram and I discovered this community of like producers on IG making beat making videos. So I was like, and I saw that they would post like every single day they would post one new beat video. So I was like, okay, it works because look at their following and look how many look at the community that they are growing. So I was like, it has to work. So I just decided to go for it, and that's when I bought my MPK actually. Yeah, because I was like, I have to do it, just at least give it a try. And I posted my first video and it blew up. So from that moment, I just kept posting. I spent like maybe an entire month posting every single day, and I wouldn't leave out a day. I would post every single day, and it made a huge impact on everything. Yeah.
How are you able to drive that success of your Instagram back to your BeatStars?
Sorry?
How do you drive that Instagram traffic or social media traffic back to your BeatStars account?
Okay. Well, people hit me up on my DMs. Every time I post, or even if I don't post, I still get DMs from people from artists want to buy, and I first try to negotiate with them, and then I send them the link to make the process super easy. So they have the license to download and everything, and they have the files for download directly.
Fire.
Yeah.
What about you, Manny? Because you're kind of the opposite as it goes with Mari. You don't have a lot of posts on Instagram, and that's not necessarily something that matters to whether or not you're able to succeed. But how have you been able to keep the traction up on your BeatStars while not having that presence online?
So I guess the Instagram thing for me is really before I started trying to sell beats, I never really used social media or had social media. But I think it's important, right? So this like music business thing and like building a brand to have a social presence and all that. So that's why I made one. And I just really just use it for like DMs, and so people can contact me. And sometimes I like to see what other people post on social media. But my thing is, I never really used it before this. And my whole thing is just like doing what you're comfortable with, right? And I think it would be like terrible if I wasn't like what Maria's does, like with the you know, the NPC and all that is awesome. Like it's really entertaining, right? But I'm sure if I try to do it, it'll just come across for me anyway as like fake as hell, and this guy is like, you know, not being himself. So I'd rather just do what I'm comfortable with and, you know, be as true to myself as possible than like try to, you know, be this, you know, what's up Instagram, like, you know, kind of thing on Instagram and just come across as fake. Yeah, I mean, it's worked for me. I've just been lucky that, you know, I focus more time on YouTube because, you know, YouTube has worked for me. And so, you know, yeah, I'm just more comfortable like uploading videos on YouTube than, you know, making posts on Instagram. And yeah, just doing what is most comfortable for you or for me is you know, all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out a way where I can, you know, I do want to post more and do all that, but just gotta like, you know, figure it out. Yeah, but it's just what I'm comfortable with, really. Like that's about it. It's
For sure. I love that you said that. I love that you said being true to yourself, and I think that that's like the most important thing, because when you're focused on trying to do what you think everybody else wants of you, then that's when your work starts suffering, right? So I don't mean to say like stay in your lane. Obviously push yourself out of your comfort zone when you get the opportunity to, but definitely focus on doing what feels right. I saw somebody in the chat say something a while ago. It's since scrolled up, but they said that they've been posting every day for 2 years and they don't have a sale. Can you guys talk about your determination and sticking with it and optimizing your BeatStars profile? Mari.
Sorry. So the person who said that he's posting every single day for 2 years and haven't got any sale, it depends on the content. Like it depends what you're posting, right? I guess he's posting just a beat. I figured that when you post yourself and show your face, it connects with people way more. That's personal branding. So yeah, it's really important. Well, I think it's really important. Yeah.
What about just getting your sales up on BeatStars? Like, let's say you're to upload a beat. I know you guys mentioned some of the steps you take earlier, but how do you feel when, you know, if you don't make a sale for a little while, what do you think are some changes that you need to make sure that you are getting sales?
Well, I never wait for the sale to come. I always try to make it happen. So I never, yeah, if I'm not getting a sale, it's because I'm not working hard enough. So
okay,
Sorry?
I said, you better tell them to start working.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone's complaining that they wouldn't get a sale just because they're posting, but the post helps to keep yourself relevant. But you have to do it. Yeah. If you don't see, like you don't just post and wait until the sale comes. Right. You have to do the extra work. Yeah. So talk to people, DM artists.
Do you guys ever run ads on your beats at all?
Yeah, I've done it. But I feel like it's I don't know. I still have to figure out a proper way to do it. I don't think running an ad for a specific beat is the way to do it. I don't know. That's my point of view.
Well, our good pal Mike Trampy can help you with that if you ever need the hands with your ads.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, the Facebook ads, Instagram ads part, I don't think that's the main issue. I think it's the offer, like what you offer. So I wouldn't just offer a beat. I would do like maybe offer a bundle of beats or something like that, or extra stuff. You know what I mean? Like
that's a really good idea.
Yeah, because it's really hard to get a sale from just running an ad for one beat. You know what I mean? Because you go on BeatStars and you find thousands of beats right away. So yeah, you have to find a way to make it appealing and interesting, like a no-brainer offer. That makes sense.
Yes. Wow, Glosshood, you are wilding in the chat, my friend. What about you, Manny? What are some good keys to sticking to it if you see you're not making a sale? What are some changes you would, or you're not making any sales? What are some changes you'd make to beef everything up?
Um, uh, I mean, so like my big thing is, and this is like just one, realize how hard this thing is. Some people make it look easy, but it's really hard. And yeah, that's kind of one thing. And then I don't really have anything to do. Like I very early, I learned that you can't like try to really convince someone to buy a beat. If they want it or not. If they want it, they're gonna get it. If not, they're not gonna get it. But I think things you can do that I've seen other people not do is like reply to emails. Maybe someone wants the beat, but they don't know how BeatStars works, or they don't know what a non-exclusive license is. Or like, so for me, I have some beats that are on YouTube that I haven't uploaded on BeatStars yet, right? So just, I find like when I reply to people's emails and DMs, because they want the beat, but sometimes it's just not there. So that helps. And then just generally, I think Marie touched on it a little, but, maybe the beats aren't good enough, or you can't force anyone to buy these beats, right?
Right.
And like, yeah, you just gotta like look at yourself and think about why you're making, like, I enjoy to do it. It's a blessing that I sell beats, but if I didn't sell beats, I would still be trying to, make, if I hear something on the radio, trying to figure out how they do it. So, that in itself just makes me happy, right? I say radio, but no one listens to radio anymore. But like if I hear music, right? So I mean, I don't know if that answers the question. Like, how can you? I'd say try everything. Try ads. Try. I'm not giving a lot of like tips, but any tips that like you see on YouTube or whatever, like try it. But I think just realize that there's really little to nothing you could do to convince someone to buy a beat. If they want it, they want it. If they don't, they don't. And that's just what it is. All you can do, in my opinion, is just like make it easier for them, make the process easier. If there's something they don't understand, do it for them. If whatever it is, right? That's kind of make yourself accessible. Yeah.
Like I said earlier, it's a people business. Like, you guys have to be responding to people. You have to be reaching out to people. Be respectful. Don't blow up their DMs. You know what I mean? And what this comment that I've pinned up here says, if you don't know the terminology or the business, take the initiative to learn it. There's no reason why, if you're not really aware of what publishing looks like or what you guys have available to you, there's no reason why you can't swing on over to YouTube University. And I'm going to plug Jamil right now. Jamil does a ton of videos on how to get the best out of BeatStars that you could check out on our BeatStars YouTube page. And there's tips and tricks for ads, uploading, all of those things that you can definitely check out if you haven't already. How do you guys keep your schedule and your time organized? What does your weekly posting schedule look like? And how do you ensure that you're pumping out the best work? Manny, since you're unmuted.
I thought I was muted the whole time, but
nope, gotcha.
That's hilarious. Okay. Schedule. Yeah, just consistency. I do it every day. I make time to, make beats every day. I try to first thing I do in the morning is like reply to emails. I don't like it gets intimidating when they pile up and I don't even want to open it up, or, so I just make time either at the start or end of the day to get through all of that. Yeah, just constantly making beats, man. Like, I can't stress that enough, because one, you're gonna get so much music, like so many ideas, just like, even if they're just sitting there. And two, you're just gonna get better just by, doing it as much as possible. And it's, I mean, I'm fortunate that I don't have too much else going on in my day, but other people might, family and all that, and work and that. So it can be hard, but, just set aside time and make sure you like do it every day. As far as like uploading, like, you know, I believe in just putting out as much music as possible, like for beats and producers, but also for like, I talk to a lot of artists who have like music just sitting there, and I'm like, it could be good, it could be bad, whatever, right? Just like put it out. Like, it's not, you know, it's not doing anything on your computer. Yeah. And then also, yeah, with like making it every day, I could like upload 10 beats today, you know, just because I have them sitting there, right? They're not all going to be good, or I don't know, but you know, just so that's the biggest thing, just like doing it as much as you possibly can, you know, and then the rest I think will fall in place. Like you know, you wouldn't have to worry about like, I've done it before, you know, like the beats every day type thing, and then, you know, getting what am I going to upload today and all that, and now I just upload and I feel like it, you know, I could, because what I'm trying to say is it all comes from just like doing it as much as possible and constantly making music. Yeah.
Be on your grind. Be about your shit, man. What about you, Mari? How do you keep your day set up, scheduled? How do you stay consistent?
Yeah, so I do have a schedule that I follow. But I have to balance between family business and the content, the videos. That's what takes me the longest. Yeah. So, but I do have like beats in a bank. So I never run out of content. Yeah. So I mainly focus on the.
Stack
Sorry?
up the vault so you can keep it going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think it's really important to have your bank of content. So you just have, and for the schedule, the posting schedule, I don't really follow like I said before that you should have a schedule, but that was more an advice for people who like are starting from zero. But like if I do get a lot of people on Instagram hitting me up for beats, so I don't really have to
you don't have to go far looking for your
like I don't have to post every single day to get noticed. You know what I mean? So I would just post as soon as I have a beat ready, but like mix and master and everything. Yeah.
Fire. All right, guys, let's get into playing some of your music before we head out, and then we'll take some questions because, as usual, I see some good ones in the chat, and I'd love to get to them. Who wants to go first? We might have to rock, paper, scissors this time. Who wants their music played first?
Manny can go.
Manny? All right. So let's get this popping. I gotta come back over here. All right. So, Manny, maybe you can introduce the first beat and tell me anything about it. Tell me why you made this. I know that you work on a lot of Drake type beats. You can really hear your influences within your music. Why do you make this kind of sound, and what are these about?
A few things. Drake is a huge artist. He does like a wide range of music. So it doesn't, so you can, it gives you like room to work. I listen to a lot of Drake. I'm a fan. And so, you know, I might hear Drake do a song and be like, all right, you know, I'm always in my head when I listen to music, trying to figure out how or why, how that song came together or how it came together. And then I try to like, you know, do a similar type thing. And then as well with the Drake type beats, you know, I was doing a lot of different stuff on YouTube, and I just noticed all the ones that got views, like the most views were all Drake. So I was like, all right, I'll just only do Drake type views. And yeah, I guess if I post anything else, the YouTube algorithm and all that, right? This one in particular, it's heavy from Splice. Actually, I think most of them are Splice, started from Splice, like royalty-free samples. And I just heard it, and I think we'll hear it in a second. Like the vocals and all that. I just heard it and I was like, yo, this is, if someone rapped on this would be a hit. And just put some drums over it, and that was that.
All right, so without further ado, this is Complicated by Manny Manhattan.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Fire, very chill, very easy to rap on. You leave a lot of room too,
Yeah.
which is amazing.
Yeah, it's really just really simple. Like, some people don't get it. Really, like a lot of people ask me, well, not so much on that beat, but a lot of my beats are like overly repetitive. They're always like, where's the intro? Where's the hook? Where's this and that? But it's an aesthetic, right? Like the overly repetitive. I think someone could really, if you could really rap, you can get on that. It's simple. It's I like it, so I put it out. Yeah.
Sure. And I think also when it comes to creating music, when it comes to a tight beat, you're aiming for a certain type of artist as well, right? So I think what's interesting is someone like Drake, for example, he's gonna go off with the melodies on his own. So
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I just really try to minimal as long as it sounds good. Yeah. Because I also think of a lot of my beats anyway as just ideas. It's just meant to like spark something, and it's not meant to be a finished product. It's just meant to spark. If someone's like, oh, there needs to be keys here, like I don't mind adding, or if you want to add something else, I don't like, or it's just an idea that's supposed to like inspire or like spark inspiration in someone else.
Right. All right, let's get into the next few. This is New Perspective.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Fire. I love a vibe like this. This feels like a nice like summer evening, you know what I mean? Sun setting. Very
Yeah.
All right. OVO over everything. Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have an OVO store in Calgary yet?
I don't think so. Think so.
They played you guys. All right, let's do this one.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Five.
Yeah, so that's kind of what's that?
Haven't disappointed not once.
I appreciate it. Well, that's one of the ones that's it's really overly repetitive, but it's an aesthetic, right? That's and a lot of Drake's beats are kind of just like that. I think if someone could really rap and it gives them room to like kind of do whatever they want and also be like really introspective and all that good stuff. So that's kind of that. It is what I'm going for, But people are always like, "Where's the intro? Where's the hook? Where's the bridge?" I'm like, I don't know. It's a vibe,
The artists will make it themselves. I've done what I
Yeah.
need to do here. Yeah. All right, let's
Yeah.
get through the last two. I'm probably just gonna play through, and then we'll jump into Mari's and then some questions.
Could probably skip the fourth one. You could, but it's
How's that? You don't like it? Ooh.
I don't know. It's all good. Whatever. I don't really.
All right, I can skip it if you want.
Yeah, it's your call. I think we got the idea right. But it's your call.
I'm gonna play it because I think these
All
people
right.
need to hear what you have to
All right.
offer. Not all right.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, I mean, play it. It's different. This one's more trap. It's more trap than anything. And
Look,
Yeah.
everyone's like, no, play it, run it. You got fans in here, so let's do this.
all right, let's do it.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
And for what reason you didn't want to play this? Couldn't tell
No,
you.
I'm just I don't know.
Moving on, Manny.
All right.
BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com. BeatStars.com.
Fire. Flames across the board. So appreciative of your work because this is you're gonna go a long way.
Thank you.
Stick to your path, friend. All right, Mari, you're on deck. You ready?
Yeah. So what do I do? Share my
No,
screen?
I got you on the sharing screen. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
So maybe you can just introduce the first track. Tell us a little bit about the creation for this, the sound, the vibe, all the above.
Yeah, so that's an old beat actually. I made it last year and it just randomly came to me. I wasn't expecting it to come like that and I really like that one. Yeah, but honestly when I was making it, I didn't think it was gonna
All
come
right, so
out like that.
let's jump into it then.
Yeah.
All right, if that was a precursor into what we're about to hear from you, you're sounding pretty good so far. What do you guys think in the chat?
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting that at all. What was you expecting? Anything less than heat, friend? All right, Cairo, Cardi B type beat by Mari Tang.
Tell him, Tang. Tell him, Tang.
Is your beat tag Tell 'em Tang?
Yeah, it is.
Love that. How did that come to you?
It was a producer who I became friends with. And he, yeah, but I met him on IG, and then he was like, "You need a new beat tag," and he just recorded it and sent it over.
I love that. I could definitely hear that on like the radio or something. I know Manny, no one listens to the radio, but there are
My little brother heard it and he loved it too.
Oh, okay. Shout out to your little brother.
He said it's catchy.
I love that.
Thank
All right.
you.
So, Hollywood, Ty Dolla Sign type beat.
Tell him, Tang.
How do you decide how to name your beats and which artists you think would fit best?
So I first make the beat and then I think about the name and I think about the artist just to give it a title. And the name I just randomly come with whatever whatever comes to my mind first.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right, Drake type beat. Okay, let's see who got Drake on lock over here.
I think Manny.
We're wading into Manny's territory a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not good at Drake. I mean, I just feel like, but
No, don't say you're not good at Drake. Here we go.
Tell him, Tang. Tell him, Tang.
All right, man. The chat went up. Look, someone said I'm buying it. This is hard. Drake type beat battle. I don't mean to pin you guys against each other. I think that was hard. I also could hear like a Chris Brown on that for sure. Verify. All right, one more. Leonard.
Tell him, Tang. Tell him, Tang.
All right. I would be very interested to see what y'all are able to do in terms of a collab on a Drake beat, because Mari with the keys, that could be crazy. And I know that you're a trained pianist, or you had lessons growing up. So
yeah, I had lessons.
that's a really amazing thing to be able to add into your music. All right, y'all, let's get some final questions in. Does anyone in the chat have questions? I know y'all had questions earlier, but they've since moved up. So drop them down. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for these questions, if you had to sell yourself right now, why do people need to go to your page and buy your beats and use them for their music? I'm going to go with Manny first.
It's a tough question because I'm not a great salesperson, but I think they're good beats. I think they're great ideas. I think the right beat with the right artist, could really take them somewhere. Also, I'm I do more than just make beats. I'm like willing to help in any which way, write the song, give feedback, like give direction, tell you change this, add this, or I'm also willing to change stuff in the beat. I'm an easy person to work with. Yeah, I mean, so go by the beats. No, yeah, I think if you like good music, um, yeah, there's great music on my BeatStars, and if you want to be inspired and you want to good beats, yeah, I've said that like 3 times, but yeah, go by.
Period. You guys heard the music. You already know. This is just the extra sales point. You already know. Somebody actually said it's interesting that you said you're down to help because somebody literally asked if you would be down to mentor.
I
Both
mean, yeah, I'm down 100%, right? Like my thing is always like I'm not gonna put in more work than the artist, or and I'm not gonna force anyone to do anything, right? I've tried it in the past, it doesn't work. But whatever you need, like let me know, and if I can do it, I'll let you know. If I can't do it, I'll also let you know, and I won't waste your time. Yeah, so that's kind of my thing, right?
right. What about you, Mari? Why do people need to come work with you?
I think I come up with pretty original ideas when it comes to making beats. And I think my beats don't sound like the average beats, like what you normally would find. Um, and yeah, if you want more original sounding beats that stand out from the rest, um, yeah, I'm the right person to work with. And also, yeah, I would definitely also help people, artists, especially with the promotion part, because that's the hardest part. I feel like artists who are talented enough don't need help with the songwriting part and all that, not even mixing and mastering. But I think the promotion part is the part where they would want to have help with, and I can definitely give shout outs and promo and stuff like that.
For sure. That's so fire. All right, let's take a couple questions in the chat, then we're going to hop off here for the day. First one is, what do you use to make your beats unique to you or showcase your unique style? Either one of you can go.
He said,
what do you use to make your beats unique to you?
Unique to you, or showcase your unique style. I don't use, like, he means plugins. What do you use?
Do you have anything that you use to sprinkle something on the music that you make to make it sound like you? Is there a
No, I use very basic plugins. I think it's all about the ideas, like the musical ideas. Yeah, that's something a bit hard to share because I don't know, it's just whatever you come up with. But yeah, I don't use any special plugins. Yeah.
Manny, you're nodding your head. You have the same answer?
Yeah, no, I'll echo exactly what she just said. Like, yeah, I think everyone has their own unique sound, unique taste, unique what they like. Everyone's different, and yeah, just make what you like. And yeah, like it's all like I have no skill set. Everything I do is like intuitive, right? It's just whatever feels right. And I think, yeah, everyone, what you like, someone else would like something different, and you just as a creative, as an artist, you trust yourself, and the only opinion that matters is your opinion, what you think of it, right? And that's how you find unique. What is unique? I don't know. I could probably trace where just about every idea I have, like, I heard this in a Drake song, or I heard this in a Party Next Door song, but still I wouldn't do it like the exact same way as Drake did it, because I have different, tastes from Drake. It might be similar, but like everyone is different, and you just, if you're in tune with yourself, and like, I know that's a weird ass answer, but
no. You know what? It's
yeah.
funny you say that you don't have a skill set and that you have intuition, because I'm a firm believer that intuition is the greatest superpower you could have. And being able to trust and follow your gut is a skill set, because a lot of people veer off the path because they're focused on what everybody else is doing, right? So I think you should be presenting your intuition as your skill set, because that's going to set you apart. You're going with your gut and with what feels right, and ultimately that helps make the best product. Bufo asks, how do y'all handle an artist that insists on getting an exclusive when you really don't want to sell it exclusively? Have you guys dealt with that before?
Never.
Never?
Oh yeah, in the
you can go ahead.
beginning. Sorry, in the beginning, I would get people wanting to buy exclusives, but I wanted to turn them into songs, into singles, and release them as mine. So I just would say no. Or if they really want it, then you take advantage of the situation and just set a really high rate price.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I was gonna say the exact same thing, because yeah, I struggled with that at first, right? And make it like prohibitively high, where I mean, no, it's a real
That's
thing
not
though.
messing people out of the music.
And also, like, if someone says, I don't know, whatever, like X amount is too high, right? You just let them know, all right, it's probably not going to make sense, for either of us right now. Get the non-exclusive and, put it out. We'll see how it performs, and we can look at doing an exclusive later, right? Like, yeah, but that's definitely like the first one. And then I guess the also thing is just like explain why it doesn't make sense for like either party, right, to do the exclusive, instead of just like saying no, right? I always try to explain, but at the same time, I hate like sending long ass emails and feel like I'm wasting my time. But I try to explain why it really doesn't make sense. Like, if you're gonna, get it and get like 50, 100 streams on SoundCloud, it doesn't make sense for you to spend X amount of money, on this, for 100 streams. Like, it doesn't make sense for you. It doesn't make sense for me. Let's, and then give an alternative, right? Like, all right, here, do this, not exclusive. And yeah.
Clarity and alternatives are two really important things. Like, it's not a beef thing if I don't want to sell this beat to you, but maybe we can work on something else later. And like, this just ain't it today, Chief. Moving on.
Yeah.
What's the piece that you're most proud of? Was it purchased by any notable musicians?
So my favorite song that I've worked on is actually one of those with like a couple hundred streams on SoundCloud. But it's okay, right? I think this guy's really talented. It just shows how hard it is to do this music shit, right? Like I sent him like, this never even made it on YouTube. I just sent him a bunch of ideas unfinished ideas, and it was like a 4-bar loop. I'll give him a shout out. Last name Smith, really good dude, from New York. Yeah, if you check him out on SoundCloud, what's the song called? I don't remember what the song is called, but check it out. Last name Smith. But I sent him a 4-bar loop of like something that was like literally a throwaway, and he just turned it into like this amazing song that like blew my mind. The way, like everything, I don't know what his engineer finessed, or like the metaphors and stuff he was rapping about. I was like, whoa. So I don't know what that says. Like, that's my favorite. And I don't think I sent it to him for free. I just sent him like a bunch of ideas, and I was like, that's like one of my favorite songs. But I guess also with that, yeah, I mean, I think I have some stuff in the works that I'm not sure I can speak on, but hopefully comes out soon, that I'm very proud of, that did come from like YouTube and all that. So it's also like, some people try to tell you that don't put stuff on YouTube because major artists aren't going to buy it or whatever, but it might be true, but it's, in my experience, it's kind of BS, so what I'm trying to say is, like, the song I'm most proud of is that one, but the other one hasn't come out yet, but hopefully soon.
So what you're saying is to stay tuned, because you will be posting and sharing when that comes out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What about you, Mari? What's the piece you're most proud of, and was it purchased by any notable musicians? Ooh, hold on.
I don't have one. I have a few beats that I'm really proud of, and they haven't been purchased yet, yet by any notable musician. But I haven't sold them as exclusive because I'm really attached to them. So yeah, I just listen.
What about, do you have anything coming up that's pretty fire in the next little while? Like, I know Manny just said he's got something in the vault. What about you?
Like a beat?
you have any music that people are working on right now that you're anticipating coming out? Or are you about to?
Yeah. I have a few collabs that I did with artists that I'm gonna be releasing as singles. But not yet. Yeah, but soon.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
Amazing. Well, I'm so happy to have had you both. I think we're going to have to wrap it up here. Shout out to everybody in the chat who's been active, asking questions, showing love. We appreciate you so, so much. The deal is going to be on BeatStars Live every Tuesday, same time. It's going to be us again. It's just me and y'all. Thank you, Manny Manhattan and Mari Tang, for joining me. If you want to just shout out what your BeatStars handle is one more time so people know where to find you.
Yeah, Mari Tang P. It's right there, written.
And mine is Manny Manhattan Music. Manny Manhattan. I think it's Manny Manhattan. Instagram, Manny Manhattan Music. What's that?
I said your BeatStars is Manny Manhattan and his Instagram is Manny Manhattan Music, but y'all can connect with the handles that we've gotten their names there.
Yes.
Sure. All right,
Thanks
y'all.
for having me. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for having me too.
Wishing you guys all the best. We're so happy to have you as part of the BeatStars family. And I'll see you guys around the platform and in the playlist. And as for all of you, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Have a good day, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.